Seriously. What I'm going to ask you, do you card player?
No.
You're not?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you in a moment to cut the cards. What you're going to do is just take some of the cards, cut them over, and then I'm going to ask you to mark the cut. And the way you do that is just by taking the other packet, the bottom half, and placing it crisscross, so you're making a plus sign.
Sure.
So go ahead. Good. Very well.
Thank you.
And mark the deck, mark the cut.
Marking the cut.
Okay.
Right.
That's marking the cut, not marking the deck. Because if you're marking the deck, then you need trick cards. We're not using trick cards here. We're marking the cut. Correct?
Whatever you say.
Exactly. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to ask you to remove the two top cards that you cut at.
Okay.
Remove them. You can show everybody what it is. It's okay. What are they? Black 8.
7.
Black 7. Perfect. I want you to take take the 7 first and place it anywhere you'd like, anywhere at all, except there. No, I'm just kidding. That's fine. Push it in. Take the other card, which is what? The black 8. Okay, place that in. Anywhere. Now for the fastest card effect. No, that wasn't it. This is it. Watch. That's it. You see that? There's your cards.
Whoa.
Thank you. Not a trick deck either. Not a trick deck.
No, a trick guy.
Not a trick, yes. Lost and found. What a great effect that utilizes many different principles.
That's correct. The first principle is the fact that we're going to use two similar pairs. In other words, I have an 8 of clubs and a 9 of spades, and a 9 of clubs and an 8 of spades. These are the cards we'll be using for the trick, and we're going to just refer to them throughout the trick as a black 8 and a black 9.
And this is the preset now that you're showing. So you got to get these cards out of the deck before you do the trick.
And then you place one pair on top and bottom of the pack, and then the remaining pair also on top of the pack. So from the top down, we have an 8 and 9, followed by another 9, and the other 8 on the bottom. That's the setup. 3 cards on top, 1 on the bottom. Now you're going to ask the spectator to cut the cards.
We're going to teach a force right now.
That's correct.
This is a great effect, and what you should point out here for those people that are watching is to always watch the top of the deck, because Johnny is going to create the illusion that he's cutting the deck, but you're really just making them pick the top cards. Show them how to do the force.
This is a force. It's called the crisscross force. So you hand them the pack, you say, cut the cards. It doesn't matter where they cut. You stop them before they complete the cut, and you say, now, I'd like you to mark the cut. In poker, they sometimes put a check on top of the cut. We're going to take the other half of the pack, and I'd like you to just crisscross it. Turn it sideways and place it on top, which they do like so.
Almost looks like a plus sign, Johnny.
Yes. And now you're going to use verbal misdirection. You say, now you've cut the cards. You could have cut anywhere. We just want to get a little time delay so that they actually forget that when they cut, what they think is a cut is actually the top of the pack. Now you say, remove the cards that are marking the cut, and look at the cards you cut to. Actually, they never cut to these cards. This is the top of the pack, but...
And you want them to pick, though, 2 cards, right?
That's correct. This is forcing them. So you say, take the top 2 cards you cut to. As they take the cards off, you pick up the top of the pack and place it back on the bottom. And
the
now
deck says it was, as it was.
Exactly as it was. Remember, we still have our 2 cards, 1 on top and 1 on the bottom. They're not aware of this.
And these 2 cards are the cards that you wanted them to pick, which we'll just show you for now what they are, which is the 8 of spades and 9 of clubs. But you're going to refer to those as the black 8 and the black 9.
That's right. And you say, you have them turn them down, and now you ask them to place them anywhere in the pack. And it doesn't matter where they place them. You square them on up. And now you say, you've placed the cards into the center of the pack. I'm going to try and find them. And Criss will show you how that's done.
No, you finish it.
Okay. All you're going to do is place them in your hand. You're going to put some pressure on the bottom of the pack and the top. And when you're ready to produce apparently the same 2 cards, all you're going to do is put a little pressure and throw everything in between those 2 cards into this hand. The pressure allows these 2 to remain in your left hand. Now you say, look, a black 8 and a black 9, the card you selected.
Okay, got it. Okay. All right, ready for the big judgment?
Why don't I just put my hands through your coat?
Here we go. Ready?